deregulation is a policy of capitalism, is a policy of neoliberalism. And what capitalism, neoliberalism essentially means is this: private interest rule economics as against public interest. And that is why for all capitalist policies, privatization, deregulation, commercialization, they are anti-people. And to that extent, JAF declared its opposition to it at all times. And that was why in 2011, people must remember, by December 21st, 2011, we had a press conference where we said, don't believe a government that talks about deregulation. And we declared January 3rd, on 2011, December 2011, January 3rd, the day to start mass action and mass mobilization of Nigerians. Because we are convinced, sooner or later then, the government will increase the pump price. And that was why by January 1st, when fuel price was increased to 141 naira, it was possible for Nigerians to say, JAF has consistently maintained this position. And that first wave of protest in the general pricing was on January 3rd. By January 4th, we met with the Labour partners, where we jointly declared indefinitely action to press for reversal. If you have looked at all JAF documents, maybe something we bring this in here, you see it clearly. We say reversal. We are not talking of reduction in pump price. That is one. Secondly, policy of deregulation was clear in our statement that we are opposed to deregulation at all. But the problem, you see, your problem will not be fuel and increase when you understand deregulation. But it's the business of deregulation to give more profit to the few rich and punish the poor. So what has happened? You know, it's like what has been demonstrated today is that you have people who are talking about change. Those people are not, let me clarify this, we should clarify this. The same people who scuttled the January uprising are the same people in the same government. Because the role of the Governors Forum with Amechi, Fashola, who today may be ministers of government, were the same actors. So they have never changed their ways. Fashola background is known here. You see, hiking school fees. So those are the things. Because our own is that, see, this problem is the easiest to fight if Nigerians understand it. So as we go into here now, because, and what happened in Ojota Park, you get it, was not our struggle per se. Because it must be clear to people. Ganifa Park, named Freedom Park, was courtesy of our struggle on 31st of December 2011. It was on the last issue. You see? And when on that day of January, we are moving January 9, we moved to Ojota Park. I'm sure that people who have taken it like a carnival, musical show, who are doing enforcement across. And it's not about Lagos. Whether in Ikorodu, whether in Kano, whether in other places. Today, as we are holding meeting here, not less than in 5 centers where our affiliate meetings are going on. The meeting is taking place by 5 o'clock. There are meetings taking place this week. There are meetings in Kano. There's a meeting going on in Benin also by 5 p.m. So because we have encouraged all other centers to do that. So the position is clear. You see, so it's not about some politician or opposition supporting. And the last of it, so that people will declare that on January 16, we were the only group also on the street, but we were violently crossed by the military. So the point for JAF is that for this meeting, We have the background of January 12th. So we reject in its entirety the policy of the regulation, whether in the oil industry, whether in aviation, whether in education, at all levels. Because they are not policies that can ever make Nigerians to make progress. And they are policies that are illegal. Because Section 16 of our Constitution stated very clearly on the economic objective of government, wealth shall not be concentrated in fewer at the expense of the majority. So what has happened clearly is that you have a regime that has a choice to make. Looters of the economy, ruiners of our lives that are making people miserable. The regime claims it wants to make a change. It makes a choice with the looters. It makes a choice with the ruiners of our lives. So the regime has declared war against the people. Because the point is that if you say you don't have forest, forest lies with the looters. So why is the regime not facing the looters? The looters are known. The looters are in the energy sectors. Take over the energy sector. Now just go for JAF at all time. And that is what we are doing today, and we are taking position that how are we going to make Nigeria to see that as long as this regime of looters who change their faces, year in, year out, you can never get it. Now they will ask us, what is the alternative? The alternative is what we will push. And those are part of what the meeting will discuss. So that people will now know that this thief show will continue. If you don't want your life to be ruined forever, make a choice.
In the disbursements of perhaps about ₦1 trillion, if not more, to private bank owners who have stolen public money. We see this in the hundreds of billions of naira that was released to airlines in this country to revitalize their fleets. Today, all these monies have gone down the drain. We see this in the over 250 billion naira given to people who had already been given prized choice national assets in the electricity sector and at giveaway prices, and on top of that, much more money, running to hundreds of billions of naira, was given to them. Government that says we cannot add a little bit to the minimum wage of the average Nigerian worker, suffering worker, there is no money. But when it comes to the expression of the interests of a few people, privileged people in this country, the vote will be made open to them. You will determine and decide for yourself. And we have always asked this question. Who does Nigeria belong to?